So this Premier League has boasted some of the best managers I think we've ever had together in one season, and it produced a game that many expected as two tactical masterminds coming at each other to play some attacking, exciting football. It was a great game, even though it was only 1-1. Doesn't exactly boast a high scoreline. I enjoyed the game, but I feel like Pep Guardiola's in denial. I feel like he witnessed his team fall away from another potential Champions League run. Well, not him, another one. I mean, I think he's still a little scarred with Bayern Munich, I would say, because he never got over that final hurdle. But Manchester City have been expected to at least improve under him, and they fell victim to Monaco, on paper, not anywhere near as good of a team and the money spent. So therefore, now he's just looking at the brighter side of life. And his press conference after a 1-1 draw to Liverpool, which is more points dropped, I don't know if I buy this whole light-hearted idea he has at the moment. So there's two different press conferences at first. So I want to go to Pep Guardiola's one first, which is C13, and then come back and look at Jurgen Klopp, because they had a little different response as to that 1-1 draw.
And the performance, that why. But sometimes you play important games, but you are just focused on that, and your mood is okay, and we were set. And that's why I'm so happy. It's one of the days when I am proud the most, being coach and being coach of that guys.
I'm just like slightly confused here. It's one of the days where I am proud the most. And again, broken English, we understand that. So ideally he's trying to say he is so proud of his team and he's so happy to be the coach of this team after a 1-1 draw. Klopp had a very different reaction. Although he was at some points in the press conference, because I only have about 20 seconds, at some points in the press conference he discusses where Lallana couldn't, I think he was talking about Adam, we was talking about Lallana, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, couldn't finish, X and Y, penalties, all these things. But this part of it I thought was great because it's going to be used as a soundbite for the rest of my career.
Jurgen, we've just seen your quotes. We've just seen your quotes to Sky, where you said, at this moment, you're not happy because you felt you could have won the match. Is that your overriding feeling now, that it's one that's got away from you?
Yeah, I feel better, but I know meanwhile, I thought the whole time everybody around me was so excited. And not in the dressing room, actually, they felt a little bit like I did, but it was the wonderful piece of football, what we did.
I just can't not use that for the rest of my life. Just the rest of my life. I don't care what the game is. It was a 16-0 spanking. And I want to do the other team's side. It was a wonderful piece of football.
He's
so happy. It's a wonderful piece of football.
Those I don't know, man. There's just something off about it. To start
Do they
with
know
Guardiola,
what the score was?
What these press conferences both kind of, if you look into Jurgen Klopp, he does go up and down a little bit more so on his, but Pep Guardiola is relatively positive, and I get it. If this was the start of the season, maybe 4 or 5 games in, you'd be like, okay, he's just taking things easy. Positive reinforcement, trying to make sure the players are all happy. And I actually respect that outlook. But this is a game where you're at home to Liverpool. In Premier League at the moment, you're currently still chasing, on paper, still chasing Chelsea, even though you're now 12 points behind, so you can just hand it to Chelsea, I think.
Jesus.
But you're just not, it doesn't look like he's upset in a way to how this huge team, in terms of the players that they bought, the money spent, has been underperforming. You just crashed out the Champions League. This is a game where you'd expect them to bounce back, maybe catch up in Tottenham. If you won this game, you'd be level on points with them. But no, you kind of fall by the wayside. It was an exciting game of football. I actually thought Liverpool could have won it if it wasn't for poor finishing in front of goal. They lacked a little bit of composure. So Jurgen Klopp probably should be the better spirited out of both of them. But did I say Jurgen Klopp? Yeah, Jurgen Klopp could have been the better spirited out of both managers, but Pep Guardiola just seems to be a little bit just allowing things to pass. And I'm not wanting him to come out there and rip his players apart. No, but I mean, I think I would have understood him to be like, we need to play better. We need to be picking things up. We need to be improving. Yeah, there was some good moments in this game, but we need to be improving because we're not at the standard that we should be for this team, especially considering how well they started in the Premier League. So I don't know what the outlook is in the dressing room. Maybe this is his mentality. I mean, I think he's got more experience than I have.
This is the point of press conferences, right? First of all, fans that love their teams watch the press conferences, get some kind of like introspective into what is going on with the team, to answer the questions, and the media, of course, thrives off of them. It's what makes headlines the next day. in addition to the game itself and highlights and so on and so forth. But I just thought it's interesting with these two managers where they sit on the table in third and fourth place, and the fact that both have no shot at a trophy this season.
Yep.
But the quality of name next to the team in Klopp and Guardiola, those are European winning names. They've been very successful in Europe. Klopp at Dortmund, and Guardiola pretty much wherever he's gone, you can say he's been successful.
Yeah.
That's what I found so interesting. And then there's another little slightly other interesting piece of information when it comes to the Premier League table, Francis. Do you know that there is a chance that the fourth place Premier League team does not make the Champions League?
Interesting.
According to the rules, Europa League winner gets a spot in the Champions League. And Manchester United really has no excuse not to win that. So let's say they go on and win the Europa League.
Mm-hmm.
And Leicester City goes on and wins the Champions League. They're guaranteed a berth next year.
Wow.
The rule states you cannot have more than 4, I believe, in Champions League contention the next year. And because of that, with the guaranteed berths, more than 5, with the guaranteed berths of Premier League teams, the fourth placed Premier League table team would be ousted. And that could be, on a technicality, I know it's a slim chance, but still possible, that could be Manchester City or Liverpool, especially because, as of I've checked recently, it doesn't look like Manchester United's in the top 4 just yet, but I don't know anything about football.
That would be a very interesting
a
scenario how things could come about. Well, I was trying to figure out what was going on with Arsenal because there was mixed reports. I was wanting to do a story maybe tomorrow.
He's staying one more year.
Yeah,
1 more year. Like so everyone's been saying in Arsenal, London all weekend is 4 more years.
21 more years, because that's exactly 21 years. That's insane. That's a dictatorship.
You know, the Geordie has a soft spot for Wenger. I was watching some of his clips on Arsenal, and he said, like, it's still, it's tough. And I see his point. It's tough, but you got to give him. Arsenal wouldn't be the club they are without Wenger. They would not be considered a powerhouse in world football, however you want to take that phrase, without what he built. Before Wenger, they were nothing. After, so you have to just give him the respect that he deserves in that way, and I just don't. I mean, I don't have to. None of us have to. I like the Geordie's opinion on soccer ball.
No, you can give him the respect. It's just it's been 21 years. So 21 years, so he's trying to figure out whether or not it should be time to maybe move on to other things. And I know there was rumours around Borussia Dortmund because Thomas Tuchel
he would still
has been considered. Yeah, I think he's still got years.
I thought he would go to like retirement with.
No. I mean, Alex
Louis Van Gaal. He can hang out with my friend.
I don't think Louis Van Gaal voluntarily went to retirement. I think he's just not got a club right now. I'm sure he'll be back.
I'm not going to lie, he's probably enjoying it.
So yeah, the reports have emerged that he's going to stay, and then there's other reports that saying that Arsenal won't announce, the club won't announce an official statement until next month. So who knows what's going on? All I know is that they lost 3-1 to West Brom, and that just kind of summarises the point that Arsenal are going to struggle for top 5, top 4. This year, maybe even if they're fighting against Manchester United.
Especially that 4th spot not guaranteeing you a Champions League.
Who knows what's going to happen?
Europa League's going to be lit.
The Europa League next year. We'll see. Comment below, and we'll see you guys next time. More Premier League action, coverage, all that stuff.